Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for July. I hope everybody's well. I would like to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aries out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, guys, get in where you fit in. But as always, Aries, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aries? Aries. All right, Aries, you are starting out with Temperance. You have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And coming out together is the Seven of Wands reverse along with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So Aries, I do feel like you've had some sort of a conflict with somebody. I feel like you are pretty mellow about this. Like your energy is balancing out. I do feel like you would like to resolve this conflict. With the Seven of Wands reverse, you're kind of lowering your guard a little bit here, but there's still blockages. I do feel like there was things that were said that may not have been appropriate here. And I do feel like, I can't tell if it was you or the other person or even both, but it's almost like you felt attacked by this other person. You're balancing out your energy though, and I feel like you don't want to stay in conflict with someone. So let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Aries energy. Show me who is in Aries energy. Somebody's worried about, this conflict that happened. Show me who is in Aries energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have Justice. You could be dealing with a Libra. We have the Nine of Swords, and coming out together is the Ten of Swords reversed along with the Emperor, sign of Aries. So this person, you could be dealing with another Aries, or this person could be just really focusing on you. I can tell you right now that they're very concerned. Whatever this altercation was very painful for them. They're carrying a lot of anxiety about this. I feel like they want to balance things out as well, but they may not know how to go about doing that. I do feel like this was extremely painful. It does show me that there was some sort of an ending here. This, it escalated. Something happened and it just escalated and escalated. I do feel like this person is very focused on you currently though, and they do want to work things out with you. So that's very positive. I just feel like they may not quite know how to go about doing that. So let's see the energy between Aries and this person. Show me the energy between Aries and this person. The Devil in reverse. Yeah, there was something toxic here that happened, but you both want to resolve it, and that's good. I feel like you've kind of balanced out your feelings and emotions. This person wants to do the right thing. So whatever this was, it did get a little toxic, but I feel like you both want to balance that out. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Show me what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection. The Magician. Yeah, you're manifesting. You're manifesting an end to this conflict. Yeah, you're manifesting this, and I feel like the person that is in your energy is trying to do the right thing. They're manifesting as well, trying to come out of this situation. But I feel like they're manifesting from a sense of anxiety. Let me see. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Aries and this person. Show me the outcome. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So that's clarity. Clarity is coming into the situation. There may have been like confusion. There could have been like a misunderstanding that occurred here. I feel like you may have gotten very defensive, and you could have even blocked this person, like, on social media or your phone or whatever. But I feel like you're kind of pulling back from that stance right now. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. This is underlying energy, And it does indicate balance coming in, which is good. So let's clarify your reading, Aries. Spirit, why is Temperance here for Aries? Two of Swords reversed, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you're kind of working on your own balance right now. You made the decision not to really invest in this, and it might be because you thought that there was too much toxicity in the situation. Why is the Five of Wands in reverse? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, you have that twice, and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. You could be avoiding, you know, this person a little bit. I do feel like there was something in this situation, something in this altercation that made you feel powerless. And that may be why you may have blocked this person. Now, if you haven't physically blocked this person, you have energetically. It could be that there was an ending that was caused by some sort of sexual impropriety of some sort. Let me see. Show me the bottom energy for Aries. So you may be avoiding this person because of the conflict that has happened. All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. There's that conflict, the Five of Pentacles, and Justice. So you're focused on them as well because they're showing up with justice in their energy. I feel like you do also want to do the right thing. I do feel like you have either energetically or physically blocked this person. But there's a sense here that, you know, this whole situation didn't turn out the way you had thought or wanted it to. There's some stuck energy here. It is being created by this blockage. So, you know, and that blockage has come about because you were feeling powerless in the situation. What led to that? Well, the altercation itself. And I feel like you're avoiding this person currently. I also feel like for some of you, there could be a legal situation. That's, of course, not for everybody, but there could be a current legal situation even with regard to this. So let's look at their energy. I do think that you are focused on them. I feel like you have some stuck energy with regard to this person and what occurred. So let's see why Justice is here. I can tell you this person feels pretty bad about, you know, whatever occurred. Yeah, they know that they got blocked. Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. They know that they're definitely experiencing a loss here. They know that this situation ended between the two of you because there was some sort of toxic energy. And they know that they've been blocked. They don't know what to do about it. They really don't. They want to bring balance to the situation, but they just don't know how. And everything is kind of being held up from moving forward because of this blockage. So if you do want to hear from this person, you might need to unblock them. If this is like more of a emotional blockage here, I feel like you may want to do some clearing of that. You can't avoid them if you do want to clear things up either. But yeah, there's definitely something that happened. Let me see why the Nine of Swords is here. Now, for some of you, they could have also blocked you. All right, Knight of Wands reversed, the Emperor in reverse. This is telling me somebody was not faithful here. This person feels like things spun out of control and there's not communication here, it looks like, between the two of you. This person could have been acting like a bit of a player, or if not a player, they were just extremely inconsistent. They were in, they were out, they weren't taking control of the situation between the two of you. And I do feel like right now they're kind of vibing pretty low. Yeah, they're definitely in a lot of anxiety. And it's almost like Spirit is trying to talk to this person, but they're in so much anxiety and so much pain right now that they're unable to hear. Let me see. I do feel like they're being silent. Just know that this person does want to balance things out. Show me the bottom energy, please. I also feel like this person may have acted uncharacteristically. Like whatever happened here, I feel like it wasn't the norm for this person. They were acted out of pocket, basically. I also feel like for some of you, this person, the anxiety they're experiencing is because they know you're upset with them. They know you're angry. They know you're avoiding them. They know you are not talking to them currently. Page of Pentacles reversed, the Moon in reverse, Seven of Swords reversed. Yes, something was, and then the Page of Wands. So this person is going to move from not talking. They're going to find a way to reach out to you in some manner. It's going to be small. It looks like a peace offering of some sort. They're also hoping that you will kind of open up the door and maybe contact them. I do feel like they are having some epiphanies about you, about the situation. I do feel like they realize that they're going to have to take control of the situation, and they are definitely very well aware that something here was revealed, something that was deceptive that caused this painful ending. So this is somebody, Aries, that is seated in deep remorse. They're seated in guilt. I mean, I'm seeing guilt, if I'm being perfectly honest. I feel like this person has been silent because they don't know what to say. They know that whatever it is that was uncovered, some kind of secret here, some sort of deception created this ending, and it's definitely painful for them. It's definitely painful. Let me see. Something was revealed. Let me see why the Devil is in reverse. Now, for a few of you, this person is saying that you're the one who was being deceptive and they found out. So take it as it resonates. Yeah, because this person walked away from the connection. This person walked away. They ended this connection, but they've been in turmoil ever since. So it could have been them that blocked you, or it could be that you both blocked each other. I do feel like that blockage is what's keeping the energy of, fighting still alive. I feel like you are avoiding this person. You have the Fool in reverse here. So I feel like, you may want to take a risk. You may want to have some sort of a new beginning with this person, but fear is preventing you from investing in this connection. I don't know why, but I feel like some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well. I see you kind of fearing having any sort of new beginning with this person. And it is difficult for me to tell whether or not you stepped out of the connection or they did. And I think that's because for some of you, it was them, and for some of you, it was Aries that did this. So, but there's definitely been something that was deceitful. And it was revealed. And then there was a big fight. The fight is not over. And I do feel like you may have both blocked each other. Let me see the Magician. Show me the Magician. Yeah, you're in the Empress energy here. You're not moving towards this person. You're basically taking care of self, This could be a twin flame connection, or it could be a deep soulmate connection, because you have both the Emperor and the Empress that's here. I do feel like you're manifesting your abundance. You're avoiding this person. I feel like you're not even focused on this person right now. I do feel like you're understanding your value, your self-worth. You're very focused on you. I don't see you chasing this person either, Aries. I don't see that at all. You're kind of like, okay, I have everything I need. I am abundant, and I will just manifest and draw to me what it is that I need. I'm not out here trying to chase after anyone. Now, in their energy, I do see them trying to work up the nerve to come towards you and to communicate and try to heal this situation. I feel like this person did walk away because they have the Eight of Cups here, and I do feel like you know, that's when all the blocking and the ending started. There was no stability that was here. And now I feel like this person is trying to figure out how they can approach you and how they can bring balance back into the situation. Yeah, but they feel like you don't want to talk to them, and they're really worried. They're experiencing a tremendous amount of anxiety. Let me look at your outcome. Why is the Seven of Cups in reverse? So anything that was confusing is being cleared up, and there was something to do with deception and secrets that came out. All of that is being cleared up. All right, we have the Strength card in reverse. Now, you could be dealing with a Leo here. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, so I do feel like clarity has come to the situation. Confusion will be cleared up by the end of the week, but it's also going to lend, how do I word this? It's going to lead to a point where you both are going to have to work on your own issues. You both are going to have to work on that because there's fear. With clarity is coming fear. And a knowledge that, you know, in order to work things out, even, you know, individually, that you each have to work on yourselves. I feel like, Aries, for those of you who you were the one who stepped out on this connection, you're still holding some secrets here. You're still keeping secrets from this person. And if you are, that's going to lead to more problems, more altercations with this person. For those of you that it was the other person that stepped out on this connection, you could be fearing that they're still keeping secrets. And you are asking for justice in the situation, and or they are. There is clarity that's coming. However, I do see that it will bring up, the more clarity comes, the more things are revealed, the more fear it's going to bring up in this connection, which is why I feel like you've been avoiding this connection for a while here. I do feel like you're trying to use your intuition in this situation, but fear could be blocking that a little bit. In their energy, I do feel like they do want success with you. If you were the one who stepped out on this connection, they still want things to be successful. They want to talk about it. They want to work things through, but they want the truth. They want the complete truth. If they were the one who stepped out on this connection, because I definitely see that for some of you it's one way, for others it's the other way. This person is going to reveal the truth to you, but they're very afraid of doing so. I can see that they will, because they do want this connection to be successful. But if they're the ones keeping the secrets, then they're going to be fearful of doing that. If you're the one keeping the secrets, I feel like they're afraid of what they're going to hear. But this person wants to be with you. I can tell you that. I can definitely tell you that. So, bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy. And this does tell me that somebody is lying by omission. There's things here that are still not seen, not being talked about, still things that are, you know, it's like somebody's omitting the full truth, whether it's you or whether it's them. There's somebody that's not telling the entire, you know, truth in the situation. And that's what's needed in order to bring balance to this situation. So, you know, take it as it resonates in your situation, because only you would know that. I'm going to pull some oracles. We'll see if anything comes out for you guys. Let's try one more time. There we go. All right. So let's see what we have. All right, so we have life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. And then we have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at the present, so enjoy it. And your final card says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay, Aries, I do hope that this has been helpful for you, that you have gotten some clarity in this situation. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Until I see you in your next reading, Aries, namaste.